The emergency alert comes at 10:23 p.m. A shrill, grating noise from my phone, then the TV, then the radio I leave on at night. My laptop screen goes white with text. Emergency alert. Do not attempt to leave town until further notice. No explanation. No details. No voice accompanying it. Just a command. I stare at the screen, waiting for something else, an official statement, a follow-up. Nothing comes. The alert repeats every few minutes, cycling across every device. No sirens outside. No police speeding through town with megaphones. Just the alert. I step outside. The air feels thick, heavy in a way I can't explain, like stepping into a room that had been sealed for years. The town is quiet, not silent. There's always the distant hum of power lines, the rustle of wind, but quiet enough to notice. Across the street, my neighbor Dave stands in his doorway, staring at his phone. His porch light flickers. "You got this too?" I call out. He nods, scrolling. "Whole damn town did. You see anything online?" I check. No news articles. No social media posts from people outside town talking about it. Just the same emergency message, repeated over and over. A dog barks down the street. A sharp sound, then silence. Dave shifts uneasily. "Government drill, you think?" "I don't know," I admit. The sky is wrong. Not dark, not cloudy, just off. Like a storm trying to form, but never quite getting there. I don't remember the last time I saw stars. I hear tires against pavement, someone driving. Headlights cut through the night. A blue sedan rolls toward the main road, where the highway out of town begins. I recognize the driver, Jackson, a guy from the gas station. He looks tense, gripping the wheel like he's expecting something to stop him. He turns onto the highway. I watch his taillights fade. Then they stop. Brake lights. A long pause. Then he reverses. Slowly at first, then faster. He turns sharply onto my street, screeching to a stop in front of us. He stumbles out of the car. His face is pale, his hands shaking. "You can't leave," he says. His voice is hoarse, like he's been screaming. "What do you mean?" Dave asks. Jackson wipes his mouth. "Road's blocked. Cop cars, but," he stops. "They're not saying anything." "Not saying anything?" I repeat. Jackson shakes his head. "They're just standing there. Not moving. Not looking at me." I rolled down the window, asked what was going on, and they didn't even turn their heads. A cold knot forms in my stomach. Then I got out, walked up to them, waved a hand in their faces. No reaction. Dave frowns. "So they're ignoring you?" "No, it's not that." Jackson swallows hard. "It's like they weren't on." The words don't make sense, but the fear in his voice is real. A light buzzes from my phone. A new message, same emergency alert. "Do not attempt to leave town until further notice." The wind shifts. The air feels heavier. Dave scratches his arm. "Maybe we should call." A noise cuts through the night. A low, distant hum. Not mechanical, not human. Deep, vibrating through my chest. Jackson's breathing picks up. "You hear that?" he asks. I nod. The sound fades. The air stills. Dave forces a laugh. "Wind, probably. No one believes that." Jackson rubs his face. "I'm going home." Locking my doors. He gets in his car and pulls into his driveway. The engine shuts off, but the headlights stay on. He doesn't move. A few houses down, someone else steps outside. Then another. A handful of people staring at their phones, watching the sky. All of us waiting. Nothing happens. No updates. No explanation. Just the alert. Dave exhales. "Guess we'll wait then." I nod. Neither of us go back inside. By morning, the emergency alert still hasn't changed. My phone keeps buzzing every hour, the same message flashing across the screen. "Do not attempt to leave town until further notice." It feels less like a warning and more like a mantra. I hardly slept. The hum from last night still lingers in my head, even though I haven't heard it since. Maybe it was just the wind, like Dave said. Maybe it was just in my head. The air still feels wrong. I step outside, half expecting to see the world shifted somehow. Cars abandoned in the street, people standing motionless, their eyes blank. But it's normal. We're close enough. Neighbors are out, talking in small clusters, voices low. No one wants to admit they're scared, but I can see it in the way they move. The tension in their shoulders, the way they keep checking their phones, waiting for something, an update, an explanation, anything. Nothing comes. Across the street, Jackson's car is still in his driveway, his headlights off now. He isn't outside. His blinds are drawn tight. Dave steps out of his house, rubbing his eyes. You hear anything last night? I shake my head. Town feels weird, he mutters, like it's waiting for something. I don't answer. There's only one road leading out of town. I need to see it for myself. The main road is nearly empty. A few people wander along the sidewalks, murmuring to each other. Some glance at me as I pass, but no one stops me. They all have the same unsettled look. I walk past the gas station, where the clerk stands at the window, staring out with a blank expression. He doesn't wave. Ahead, I see the blockade. Jackson wasn't lying. Police cars are lined up across the road, forming an unbroken barrier. No sirens, no lights, just idle vehicles with their doors closed and windows dark. 3 officers stand in front of them, not moving. They're positioned at equal distances, spaced perfectly apart. Hands at their sides, faces blank, not looking at anything in particular. I slow my steps, heart pounding. Hello, I call out. No reaction. I move closer, watching their faces. No radio chatter. No shifting weight from foot to foot. No blinking. I glance around. No other officers, no road signs explaining the closure. Just the blockade, the cars, and the 3 figures standing in place like statues. I swallow hard and step closer. One of the officers is a woman. Her name tag reads K. Moore. I recognize her. She's worked in town for years. Officer Moore? She doesn't move. I step closer. Her chest rises and falls, she's breathing. But it's slow. Too slow. Can you hear me? No response. A gust of wind moves through the trees. The air thickens again. I take another step. Her eyes shift. Just slightly. Like she's looking past me, not at me. My stomach twists. I force myself to stay calm. Maybe they've been told not to engage. Maybe it's a protocol thing. I raise my voice. What's going on? Why can't we leave? Nothing. I look down. Her hands are too still. No small movements, no fingers twitching, no adjustments. She blinks. Once. Then she goes still again. Something's wrong. I back away. My legs feel unsteady. From the corner of my eye, I see something. A shape moving in the trees behind the blockade. A tall silhouette. Just for a second. Then it's gone. I don't look again. I turn and walk. Not too fast. Not too slow. Just enough to get away. I make it halfway back to town before I realize I'm being followed. Footsteps. Soft. Deliberate. I keep my breathing steady. There's no one on the sidewalk ahead. No one behind me when I glance back. But I hear it. I cross the street, stepping into a small alley between 2 buildings. I wait. The footsteps stop. Silence. A long breath leaves my chest. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe I'm just. The footsteps start again. Closer. I don't move. The air around me feels wrong, like the weight of the atmosphere has shifted. My ears ring. My fingers feel numb. Then, a voice. Too close. Hey. I whip around. No one. The street is empty. I can still hear my own heartbeat. I step out of the alley. The world looks normal again. The sun is still in the sky. People are still walking. Everything is fine. Everything is not fine. I go home. I lock my doors. I wake up to silence. The emergency alert hasn't updated. My phone buzzes at the top of every hour with the same message. Do not attempt to leave town until further notice. I don't know why I keep checking. It never changes. The town feels smaller. Something about it is thinner. The spaces between houses, between streetlights, between people. There should be more movement, more life. Instead, everything feels stretched, like it's missing pieces. Outside, the sun is hazy behind the clouds. I don't remember the last time I saw blue sky. Dave is gone. I knock on his door. No answer. His truck is still in the driveway, keys dangling from the ignition. His front door is unlocked, slightly open. Inside, the air is stale, like the house has been empty for days. The kitchen light is on. A half-eaten sandwich sits on the counter. The chair at the table is pushed back, like he got up mid-bite, like he left in a hurry. I call his name. My voice sounds wrong in the silence. No answer. I check the bedroom. His bed is unmade, sheets tangled. The bathroom mirror is fogged over, even though there's no steam. Something feels off. I step back into the kitchen, forcing myself to think rationally. Maybe he left early. Maybe he's at the gas station, or the police station, or... His phone is on the counter. Unlocked. The screen is on. The emergency alert notification is open. The timestamp says it was last checked at 3:14 a.m. I was awake at 3:14 a.m. I never heard him leave. I checked Jackson's house next. Same thing. Car in the driveway. Lights on inside. No one home. His living room is a mess. Couch cushions overturned. A spilled cup of coffee on the floor. His phone cracked near the doorway. Like he was in a hurry, like he ran. Ran from what? I pick up the phone. The screen flickers. The emergency alert is open, but there's something else beneath it. A message he tried to send. A single word. Wrong. Sent at 3:14 a.m. Never delivered. I turn to leave. As I step outside, I see someone watching me from across the street. A woman, middle-aged, wearing a robe, just standing there, staring. I hesitate, waiting for her to say something. She doesn't. Her eyes are too wide, unblinking. She doesn't move. I walk away. The gas station is empty. No cashier, no customers, no sound. The door chime rings as I step inside, but no one comes to the counter. A radio behind the counter crackles with static. The hum from the other night echoes in my head. Something is wrong. I turn to leave. A shape stands outside the glass doors. A man. I recognize him. Mr. Holman. He owns the hardware store. He isn't moving. He's standing too still. His face is blank, his mouth slightly open, like he started to say something and never finished. I step forward, pulse hammering. Mr. Holman? No response. I look closer. His feet aren't touching the ground. He's hovering. An inch, maybe less. Just barely. Like reality forgot to finish rendering him. I step back. My heel hits a metal shelf. The sound is deafening in the silence. I blink. Mr. Holman is gone. The sidewalk is empty. The street is empty. The gas station door swings open slightly, as if someone just walked in. I run. By noon, more people are missing. I hear whispers in town, names passed between hushed voices. People who were here yesterday now gone. Their cars still in driveways. Their houses still locked. No signs of struggle. No blood. No wreckage. Just gone. I keep checking my phone. No calls, no texts. No news outside of town. It's like we don't exist anymore. The emergency alert repeats. Do not attempt to leave town. Like it's talking to fewer and fewer people. Like it's reminding whoever's left. That night, I hear movement outside. Soft footsteps. Slow, deliberate. Not hurried. Not human. I stay still, barely breathing. The footsteps stop in front of my house. I force myself to move. I peek through the blinds. A shape stands in the street. Not close. Not far. It looks like Dave. Same height. Same build. Same flannel shirt he wore yesterday. But it's not him. His face is turned slightly, mouth open just a little. Like he's listening. Like he's waiting. I step back. The floor creaks beneath me. The shape's head twitches. My phone buzzes. 3:14 a.m. A single notification. Not the emergency alert. A text. From Dave's number. I'm inside. I don't turn around. I don't turn around. I want to. Every instinct tells me to whip around, to scan the room, to look. But I don't. My phone is still in my hand, screen glowing in the dark. Dave's name. His number. A message that shouldn't exist. I'm inside. The air shifts. A subtle change, like the weight of the room just increased. Like there's more of something now. I stay perfectly still. The shape outside, Dave, or something that looks like him, hasn't moved. Still standing in the street, mouth slightly open, head tilted. Waiting. I swallow hard and slowly step back from the window. I keep my breathing shallow. My hands are shaking. I reach for the doorknob to my bedroom. Turn it as quietly as I can. Step inside. Close the door. The lock clicks. It feels meaningless. My phone buzzes again. Another text. Why did you lock the door? I grip the phone so tightly my fingers ache. I don't respond. I don't move. A minute passes. Then another. Outside, the shape is gone. I don't sleep. Morning doesn't feel like morning. The sun is up, but it's weak, gray, like it's struggling to push through whatever is hanging over this town. The light doesn't reach all the way. Shadows stretch too far. I unlock my bedroom door. The house is normal. Too normal. Everything exactly as I left it. No footprints. No open doors. But the air knows. It's aware. I step outside. More people are gone. I don't need to ask. I feel it. The town feels hollow. I walk to Main Street. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't want to be alone in my house. Maybe I need to see if anyone is still here. I pass the diner. The doors are open, the lights on. But no one's inside. Coffee cups half full. Booth seats pulled back. Food on plates. People left mid-movement. Or they didn't leave at all. I keep walking. At the intersection, I see a man I recognize, Mr. Carter, the pharmacist. He's standing perfectly still on the sidewalk, facing the wrong way. Not toward the street, not toward the buildings, just toward nothing. He doesn't blink, doesn't move. I swallow and step closer. Mr. Carter? He doesn't react. The air around him is thick. It hums, just at the edge of hearing. My skin prickles. I reach out. My hand trembles. I touch his shoulder. And I know immediately, this isn't Mr. Carter. It's the shape of him, the idea of him, but it's empty. And it knows I know. His head snaps toward me. Not a turn. A snap. Too fast, too sudden. His eyes lock onto mine. Wide. Unblinking. Mouth slightly open. A ringing sound fills my ears. My stomach clenches. I stumble back. He doesn't follow. He just watches. I turn and walk away, forcing myself not to run. Every step feels wrong. The town is watching. I decide to leave. I don't care what the emergency alert says. I don't care what's waiting at the edge of town. I have to try. I get in my car. My hands are shaking as I start the engine. The road stretches ahead, lined with empty houses, abandoned cars. I drive. The closer I get to the edge of town, the heavier the air becomes. The blockade is still there. Police cars forming an unbroken wall. 3 officers standing in the exact same positions. Still. Silent. Wrong. I don't slow down. I press the gas. My headlights wash over them. They don't move. I grip the wheel. I'm almost there. Then, the road changes. It bends. Not like a normal curve. It folds. The landscape tilts, the sky stretches, the buildings distort. And I'm back where I started, driving past my own house. I slam the brakes. My chest heaves. I look around. I know this street. I left it 5 minutes ago. I check my phone. 3:14 a.m. That's not possible. I grab the door handle, ready to jump out. A voice whispers in my back seat. Right behind me. I told you not to leave. I don't turn around. I don't turn around. I grip the steering wheel so hard my knuckles ache. My breath is too loud. My heartbeat pounds in my ears. There's no one in the back seat. There can't be. But I feel it. A presence. The air is heavier, like someone is leaning forward, just inches from my neck. Close enough that if I turned, if I looked, I'd see. No. I stare straight ahead. The street is wrong. I should be in front of the blockade. I should still be at the edge of town. But I'm not. I'm home. My house stands in front of me, same as I left it. The same dim streetlights. The same cracked sidewalk. Like I never left. Like I never could. The presence shifts. Leaning in. A whisper, so close I feel the words brush my skin. Try again. My throat tightens. I open the door and step out without looking back. The whisper follows me. Inside my house, I lock the door. I don't know why. The locks don't matter. Nothing matters. I move through the rooms, checking everything. The furniture, the doors, the windows, looking for something out of place, something that proves I left, that I made it to the blockade. Nothing. My car is back in the driveway. The keys on the counter, like I never touched them, like time folded in on itself. I check my phone. The emergency alert is still there, unchanged. Do not attempt to leave town until further notice. And beneath it, 3:14 a.m. Even though it's morning, even though I watch the sun rise, I drop the phone on the counter. My hands are shaking. Something is wrong with time. Something is wrong with this town. And it's getting worse. I need to see if anyone's left. If there's anyone like me, people who know something is wrong. I step outside. The air is thick, pressing against me. The sun is up, but it doesn't feel like daylight. It feels artificial, like someone painted the sky and forgot the details. The town is quieter. Too quiet. Like it's waiting for me to notice. I walk. I pass houses with open doors, empty driveways. A newspaper sits on someone's porch, but the date is missing. The text is just blurred lines, like words that were never meant to be read. My stomach twists. I pass the gas station. The inside is dark now. The shelves are still stocked. The register light still glows. But there's no one there. I walk faster. When I reach the diner, I see her. The woman from across the street. The one who watched me yesterday. She's sitting in a booth near the window, staring straight ahead. I push open the door. The chime rings too loud in the silence. She doesn't react. Her food is untouched. A cup of coffee sits in front of her. I step closer. "Hey," I say, my voice dry. "Are you okay?" She doesn't blink. I sit across from her. My heart pounds. Her lips move, just barely. Her voice is distant, hollow. They're taking the spaces between us. A shiver crawls down my spine. "What?" She finally looks at me, and I realize something. She's the first person who's looked me in the eye since this started. I lean forward. "What's happening?" "What do you mean?" She grips the coffee cup. Her hands are shaking. "There used to be more of us." Her voice is thin, barely a whisper. "More people, more time, more space." She swallows. "They take the empty places first. The houses, the roads, then the people." She looks at me, eyes wide. "And then they take the time." The ringing in my ears grows louder. She reaches across the table, grabs my wrist. Her fingers are ice cold. "You can't leave," she whispers. "Because there's nothing left outside." I pull away. "That doesn't make sense." "It's not supposed to." The chime rings again. We both freeze. Someone just walked in. But I don't see anyone. The air changes. My breath catches. The woman grips the table, her eyes darting side to side. She knows. The diner feels thinner. The walls stretch. The booths feel further apart. She exhales, shaking her head. It's happening faster now. I stand. I don't know what I'm about to do, but my body is already moving. She looks up at me. Her lips tremble. "If you start forgetting," she says, "you won't even know you forgot." I don't respond. I just run. When I get home, my front door is open. I know I locked it. I step inside. My breath is short, my skin ice cold. Everything is exactly the same. The couch, the kitchen table, the keys on the counter. But I feel it. Something is missing. A detail I should remember. A piece of my own life that's just gone. I turn in circles, scanning the room. What is it? What's missing? Then I freeze. The picture. The framed photo on the wall. It used to be of me and who? My stomach turns. I step closer. The frame is still there. The glass isn't broken, but the image inside is blank. Not empty. Blank. Like there was never anything there to begin with. I grab the frame, heart racing. I know there was a picture. I know I had someone else in my life. Someone who mattered. But no matter how hard I try, I can't remember. The space where their name should be is just nothing. My hands shake. I check my phone. I don't know what I expect. The emergency alert is still there. Do not attempt to leave town until further notice. Beneath it, the time, 3:14 a.m. I sit down on the couch, my breath shaky. I don't even know what I've lost anymore. And that scares me the most. I sit on the couch, staring at the blank picture frame. I know someone should be in it. Someone important. A face. A name. A presence. But there's nothing. Just absence. Like a hole in my mind. I try to focus, to remember. If I close my eyes, maybe I'll see them. Maybe I'll hear their voice. But the harder I try, the worse it gets. The memory isn't just fading. It's being erased. Like it was never supposed to exist. I squeeze my eyes shut, breathing hard. And then, I hear the hum. Not outside. Inside. It's in the walls. The floors. The air around me. A deep vibration. Subtle, almost beneath hearing. But it's there. I open my eyes. And the living room is wrong. The shadows stretch too far. The corners of the room don't quite line up. The doorways look thinner. Like the house is shrinking. The hum grows louder. I stand up, heart pounding. The emergency alert still sits on my phone screen, its message unchanged. Do not attempt to leave town until further notice. I don't know why, but I check the time. 3:14 a.m. Even though it's daylight outside. Even though time is moving. Except, is it? I stand in the middle of the room, pulse hammering. Everything in me says I shouldn't be alone right now. I need to find that woman from the diner. She knows something. She understands. The walk to the diner feels longer. The streets stretch in ways they shouldn't. The houses seem further apart. Or maybe there are less of them. I don't know anymore. Halfway there, I see something ahead. A person, standing in the middle of the road. I slow down. My stomach twists. It's Mr. Carter. Still wearing his pharmacist uniform. Still frozen in place, head tilted slightly, mouth open just a little. Like he's waiting. I stop walking. My breath is loud in my ears. The air is thick. Don't get closer. But I have to. I step forward. One foot. Then another. His eyes snap toward me. I freeze. The hum in the air spikes. My vision blurs. For a split second, I see something else. A shape beneath Mr. Carter's skin. Too many limbs. Too many joints. Something folded inside of him. Like a body wearing a suit that doesn't quite fit. The hum deepens. The pressure in my skull builds. I stumble back, gasping. And just like that, the vision is gone. Mr. Carter is normal again. Still watching. I don't breathe. I don't move. Then, his mouth opens wider. A single word. Garbled. Distorted. Why? The sound makes my skin crawl. I turn and run. By the time I reach the diner, I feel sick. The hum hasn't left my head. My ears ring. My stomach churns. I push through the diner door. The woman is still there. She hasn't moved. Same booth. Same cup of coffee, now cold. She looks up, and the relief on her face is so real that it makes my chest ache. "You're still here," she whispers. I sit across from her. My hands are shaking. "Tell me what's happening." She studies me, like she's deciding how much to say. Then quietly, "You saw one, didn't you?" I swallow hard. I don't answer. I don't need to. She nods like she expected it. Her fingers tremble against her coffee cup. They're not people. Not anymore. I exhale, trying to steady myself. "What are they?" She looks toward the window. Her voice is soft. "I don't think they ever were." A chill slides down my spine. She turns back to me. Her eyes are tired but sharp. Focused. "You feel it, don't you? The space is getting bigger. The town getting thinner." I nod. She exhales. "They're taking it apart. Not just people. Reality. Piece by piece. Space by space. Until nothing's left." I shake my head. That doesn't make sense. Except it does. I feel it. I've felt it. She watches me. "That time on your phone. 3:14 a.m. My throat goes dry. She leans in. I think that's the last moment before it started. Before time got caught. Before it began to repeat. My head spins. The time that never changes. The space that keeps stretching. The people disappearing. No, not disappearing. Erased. The spaces between us are being removed. Like we were never here to begin with. I grip the table. "Is there a way to stop it?" She doesn't answer. The silence stretches. And then I realize, she isn't looking at me anymore. Her gaze is locked on something behind me. A shape. Standing at the diner entrance. I don't turn around. The air changes. My body goes rigid. Something is there. Close. Waiting. I hear it move. And then, my phone buzzes. A new notification. I force myself to look. But it isn't the emergency alert. It's a text. From an unknown number. A single message. "Don't look." My breath catches. The hum grows louder. The woman across from me is completely still. And the space behind me feels empty. Too empty. Like there's nothing there at all. I don't move. I don't breathe. I don't look. The space behind me is wrong. I feel it in my bones, in the way the air folds in on itself. The hum is louder now, pressing against my skull, like something too big is trying to fit into a space too small. The woman across from me hasn't blinked. She's staring past me, past the empty space, her hands gripping the table so tight her knuckles have gone white. I glance down at my phone. The text message still lingers on the screen. "Don't look." The screen flickers. Then, another message appears beneath the first. "Don't move." I clench my jaw, my pulse hammering in my throat. The space behind me shifts. Something unfolds. I feel it move, stretching outward, reaching. The diner lights flicker. The woman lets out a sharp breath, barely audible over the hum. Her lips tremble as she mouths something to me. One word. "Wait." I grip my phone tighter. My body screams at me to run, to bolt out of the diner and never look back. But I don't. I wait. The thing behind me doesn't breathe. Doesn't make a sound. But the air feels colder. And then, the bell above the diner door chimes. The hum stops. The weight behind me lifts. The space closes. Like nothing was ever there. I don't move for a long time. Neither does she. Then finally she exhales. "It's gone," she whispers. I force myself to turn, my movements slow, careful. The diner entrance is empty. The street outside is still. There's nothing there. But I felt it. I know something was standing behind me. Something that shouldn't exist. The woman rubs her hands together, like she's trying to warm them up. "They're learning." I swallow. "What?" She meets my eyes. They weren't this bold before. A chill crawls up my spine. They used to take people quietly. in the empty spaces, in the forgotten places. But now, she glances toward the door, her fingers tightening around her coffee cup. They're not hiding anymore. I shift in my seat, my mind racing. Why? Why now? She hesitates. Because there's not much left. The words hit me like a punch to the stomach. I think about the empty streets, the silent town, the houses that feel further apart. I think about the missing photo in my home. I think about the people I haven't seen in days. A horrifying thought creeps into my mind. What if we're the only ones left? I whisper. She doesn't answer. Because we both know the truth. It's possible we already are. We leave the diner together. The town is unnervingly still. The sunlight feels artificial, like a dim backdrop in a place that shouldn't exist anymore. I glance at my phone. Still 3:14 a.m. Still frozen in that final moment, the last second before things broke. The woman walks beside me, her arms crossed tightly, like she's trying to hold herself together. I clear my throat. What's your name? She hesitates, then sighs. I don't remember. The words send a fresh wave of dread through me. She looks down at her hands. I should know. I know I had a name. I know I had a family. Her voice cracks. But when I try to picture them, it's like there's nothing. Just empty space. Her hands tremble. I think that's how it starts. First, the places go missing. Then the people. And then, she gestures vaguely to her head. The memories. I rub my arms, trying to shake the cold creeping through me. What if we forget everything? What if we wake up tomorrow and don't even know this happened? She looks at me, her eyes dark. Then it won't matter, will it? The thought makes my stomach turn. We keep walking. Past abandoned cars. Past houses with open doors, their insides dark and empty. The town is unraveling around us. And we're running out of time. We reach the center of town. The broadcast station. If we're going to find answers, this is the place. It's where the emergency alert started. It's where something issued that message. Do not attempt to leave town. We push through the doors. The station is silent. Dust lingers in the air, settling on desks, on papers that haven't been touched in what feels like weeks. But the power is still on. A single red light blinks on the control panel. I step forward, my heart racing. It's still broadcasting. She watches as I press a button. A crackle of static. Then, a voice. Low. Distant. Not human. I can't make out the words at first. Just a distorted, broken sound, like something imitating speech but getting it wrong. Then slowly the words take shape. A looped message. A warning. Do not attempt to leave town. A pause. Do not attempt to leave town. Another pause. The woman swallows hard. Who's saying it? I press another button. A waveform appears on the screen. Not a normal voice pattern. Not human speech. Something else. Something generated. I increase the volume. And suddenly, the message changes. The voice shifts. Distorted syllables twist together, forming something new. A question. A demand. A voice that is aware of us. Why are you still here? The woman stiffens. The room feels smaller. The speakers crackle again. A sound. Not words. Breathing. Right next to the microphone. Right next to us. My blood turns to ice. We're not alone. We never were. I turn to her, my voice barely a whisper. We need to go. She doesn't argue. We sprint for the exit. But as we reach the door, the lights go out. The broadcast station hums around us. And behind us, from the speakers, a final, quiet whisper. There is nowhere left to go. The lights flicker out, plunging us into blackness. The hum swells, vibrating through the walls, the floor, the air itself. It's in my bones. The woman's breathing is fast, ragged. So is mine. We need to move. I reach for her in the dark. My fingers brush her arm. She flinches, but then I feel her grip tighten around my wrist. We run. The hallway stretches longer than it should. The broadcast station isn't big. We shouldn't still be running. But we are. The hum thickens. Then, a new sound. Not the broadcast loop. Not static. Footsteps. Behind us. Slow. Deliberate. I don't turn around. I don't look. We hit the end of the hallway, the door locked from the outside. Panic surges up my throat. The woman grips the handle, yanking hard. No, 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 no. The footsteps are closer. I feel it. The absence. I reach for my phone, fumbling to turn on the flashlight. The second I do, the hum spikes. And in that brief flash of light, I see the hallway behind us bend. The walls tilt inward, the space between them shrinking. Like the town itself is trying to erase us. The woman slams her fist against the door. Come on. I turn off the light. The hum recedes. She's breathing hard, her voice a harsh whisper. What the hell was that? I shake my head. I don't know. A beat. Then, the lock clicks open. The door swings inward. I don't hesitate. I grab her wrist and pull her through. We stumble outside. The sky above us is wrong. Not dark. Not light. Just empty. A color I don't have a name for. Like something unfinished. We stand there, gasping for breath. The hum is still there. Just quieter now. Waiting. We don't go back to my house. We don't go to hers either. I don't think either of us had a house to begin with. Not anymore. We keep walking. The town is a less. The buildings look stretched, the streets longer than they should be. Some of the houses are flat. Not empty. Flat. Like a set backdrop. Like someone forgot to finish rendering them. The farther we go, the more it feels like we're walking through a place that used to be. And then ahead of us, a figure, standing in the road. My breath catches. It's not Mr. Carter. It's someone else. A woman, maybe. Hard to tell. She's frozen mid-step, one foot slightly raised. Mouth open like she was about to speak. I can feel the woman beside me tense. We keep moving, she whispers. I nod. We walk past the figure. I don't turn my head. Neither does she. We pretend not to notice that the woman isn't breathing, that her skin is too smooth, like she's not a person at all. Just a memory. A placeholder. We keep walking. Past more figures. Some in doorways. Some on porches. Some just standing in the middle of the street, locked in place. Waiting. Or maybe they aren't waiting at all. Maybe they're already gone. We reach the outskirts of town. The air here is thicker. It feels heavy. Wrong. The woman stops walking. Look. I follow her gaze. The edge. The place where the town ends. Where the world stops. It isn't a horizon. It isn't trees or roads or anything that should be there. It's just nothing. A blank space where reality should be. And it's spreading. The town isn't being taken. It's being erased. She lets out a shuddering breath. We were never meant to leave. I swallow hard. We were never meant to exist. The words hit something deep inside me. Because I know she's right. We are the last pieces of something that shouldn't be here. The last memories of a town that isn't real anymore. A town that's been rewritten. A town that was never supposed to exist in the first place. I feel the hum rise in my skull. The space around us shifts. The figures in the streets turn their heads. All at once. All towards us. And then the hum speaks. Not words. Just one feeling. A single, inevitable truth. It's time. The town is almost gone. We're almost gone. The woman turns to me. Her expression unreadable. And for the first time I realize, I don't remember her face. I don't remember mine. I exhale. Slowly. And step forward. Towards the edge. Towards nothing. Because that's all that's left. And maybe, it's all there ever was. I step forward. The edge of the world isn't a drop. Isn't a wall. It's absence. It doesn't glow or move. It isn't a black void or a bright light. It's something worse. It doesn't exist. And yet I feel it pulling. Like a memory of falling before I've even stepped off. The woman's hand grips my wrist. Tight. Wait. Her voice is small. Like she already knows it won't change anything. Like she already knows this is it. But still she holds on. I don't pull away. Not yet. I look back at the town. Or what's left. The figures on the street haven't moved. Their faces are smudged. Wrong. Like a painting someone tried to wipe clean. Some still stand in doorways. Some sit in chairs. Some linger mid-step. Trapped in place. Not waiting. Just stuck. And the town itself. It's barely holding together. The buildings are flattening. The sky is thinner. The road beneath my feet feels less real by the second. I turn back to the woman. Her eyes are wide. Unblinking. Like she's afraid if she looks away, I'll disappear too. Maybe I already have. I squeeze her hand once. Not reassurance. Just acceptance. And then, I step forward. Into nothing. And, I don't fall. I don't float. I don't move at all. I exist. But not in a place. Not in a time. Just in a thought. A thread of something unfinished. I hear the hum, but it's different now. Not noise. Not a warning. Just a whisper. The world is speaking to me. Or maybe it always was. And I just didn't know how to listen. It doesn't sound angry. It doesn't sound cruel. It just is. And I understand. I wasn't meant to be. Neither was the town. We were a mistake, a leftover draft of something rewritten, a place and people that should have disappeared quietly. But we didn't. We stayed. We held on. And for that, we had to be erased. I feel the pull again, but this time I don't resist. The hum grows softer. I let go of my thoughts, my memories, of who I was. And then, the world resets. And I am nothing. And then I wake up. I am standing in the middle of town. The sky is blue. The air is warm. The buildings are solid. The road is real. I blink. I exist. I am here. And yet, something is wrong. I don't know where I was before this. I don't remember what I was doing. My chest is tight, my pulse racing. Like I should remember something. Something important. But I don't. I glance around. The streets are empty, but not abandoned. Not yet. I see a man across the road, locking up his store. A woman pushing a stroller. A couple walking hand in hand. People. Real people. But their faces. I frown. I try to focus. Try to recognize them. But they all feel distant. Like I'm watching them through glass. I take a deep breath. Shake off the feeling. It's just my nerves. Just a bad night's sleep. I start walking. I don't know where I'm going. I just go. The town looks the same. But something is off. I know these streets, but they feel new. Like I've never walked them before. Like I've only ever seen them in a dream. I rub my temples. Something about this isn't right. I reach into my pocket, pull out my phone, and stop. My stomach twists. The screen is blank. Not black. Not dead. Just empty. A phone that never had anything in it. I stare at it, a dull ringing in my ears. Then, the screen glows. A message appears. Do not attempt to leave town. A cold wave of nausea crashes over me. My hands tremble. I look up. The street is empty. The people, gone. I spin around. The buildings, they're wrong. Flat, painted, like they were never real, like they were never meant to be. And then, the hum returns, low, rising, all around me, inside me. And I remember, I was erased. I should not be here. And yet, I am. The town is resetting, and I am still in it. I look down at my hands, at my reflection in the dark screen of my phone. And for the first time, I don't recognize myself. I don't recognize my own reflection. Not my face, not my eyes. It's me, but not. Like I was put back together wrong. Like the town rebuilt me from memory and got the details slightly off. The hum is louder now. It rises from the pavement, seeps into my skin. The air is thick with it, like the town is breathing, like it's watching. I stare at the phone in my hand. The message on the screen pulses once. Do not attempt to leave town. Then, the text glitches, shifts. New words flicker in. You are not supposed to be here. A sharp chill snaps up my spine. I take a step back. The screen distorts, static eating the letters, and then, blank, like nothing was ever there. The hum spikes. Something changes. I feel it. The streetlights flicker. The sky dims just slightly, like someone is adjusting reality, like the town is correcting itself. A deep, primal instinct screams at me to move, to hide. But where? The buildings are wrong. The people are gone. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere that's real. I turn and freeze. A figure stands at the end of the street, still, watching. But this time I recognize them. The woman, the one who was with me before, the one who held on. She's standing there, barely breathing. And I know, she remembers too. I start toward her. She does the same. We reach each other in the middle of the empty street. For a long moment, neither of us speaks. Then she exhales. You're still here. It's not a question. It's not relief either. Just resignation. I nod. Yeah. We stand there. The hum is everywhere now. The edges of the buildings ripple, like they're losing shape. She shifts, glancing around. It's happening again. I swallow. I know. Silence. Not hesitation. Not denial. Just a slow, quiet understanding. We are anomalies. Leftovers from something that should not be. And now, the town is trying to fix itself. Trying to erase the last traces of a reality that shouldn't have existed. I inhale sharply. I feel it creeping in. A pulling. Not from the edge this time. From inside. Like I'm coming apart. Like the town is unmaking me. The woman shudders, clutching her arms. She feels it too. I meet her gaze. And I know what she's thinking. There is no way out. There never was. This town was never meant to be left, because it was never meant to exist in the first place. The people, the houses, the streets, all of it, a mistake, a ghost of something rewritten. And now, it's resetting. The hum deepens. I feel my fingertips blur, like my body is turning to static. My mind glitches. Memories flicker in and out. The town, the figures, the warnings, my name. I try to hold on, try to keep something, but it's slipping through my fingers. She looks at me. Her face flickers like bad reception. And in that moment, I know. She won't make it either. None of us will. This is the end. Not just of us, of everything we ever were. Everything we were never supposed to be. I take a slow breath. I reach out. She takes my hand, tightly. For the last time, the town breathes in. The world distorts. And then, nothing. I wake up. In bed. Morning sunlight filters through the blinds. Birds chirp outside. The air smells like coffee. I blink. My heart is calm. There is no hum, no pulling, no wrongness. Just a morning, like any other, like every other. I sit up slowly. The alarm clock reads 7:03 a.m., a number that means nothing, a time that is just a time. I exhale. There's no fear in my chest, no dread curling in my ribs. It feels like waking from a dream I don't quite remember, one that fades too fast to hold on to. I get up, move through the motions, shower, get dressed. Routine, normal, like I've done this 1,000 times, like I've never known anything else. I step outside. The town is alive. People walk the streets. Cars roll past. A man waves to me from across the road. I wave back. It all feels right, like it's supposed to, like it always has, like it always will. And yet, somewhere deep down, I know something happened, something changed, something was erased. But I don't know what. And I never will, because that's how it's supposed to be. I take a deep breath and keep walking, because what else is there to do?